What's up, everybody? Yellow Mustang here. Before we start the video, I just want to plug my Discord, I guess. If you guys don't know, I have a Discord that's pretty active. As you can see, we got a bunch of people streaming in the voice chat here. We got scripting where you can post your scripts and get help on it or whatever, and get some spam from people. But if you guys haven't joined the Discord, I strongly encourage you to do so. Yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks. What's up, everybody? Yellow Mustang here. Back again, live from the Roblox Crossroads Warzone. I'm here to present the new and improved Marine AI that I've been working on. And the new Marine is getting his ass kicked already. But I have made a bunch of improvements to this Marine, as you can probably tell from looking at the way the older Marines behave versus the new one. Even though they're winning, I would say these guys are much more dynamic, I guess. I guess I should say. But I know I've been gone for like 6 months. Well, not necessarily. The last Marine video was 6 months ago anyways. But I've been working on this guy for the past couple of days, and I had a lot of fun with it. And as you can see, there's just in the appearance alone with the new meshes I've added to it, and the new facial expressions and stuff, we've made a lot of changes. So I'm gonna go through this video for. I start with the least impressive changes with the new Marines to the most significant changes, I guess. Watch as I fly the camera around here. Okay, so we're gonna be starting off with the bug fixes. Okay, everybody, so bug fix number 1 is I tweaked the Ragdoll a little bit to be smoother when the Marine has his weapon drawn. So when he died before, I'll show you what happens. He dies, he has his gun out, and he turns into a contorted ball thing, and it looks awful. So I remedied this simply by having him put his weapon away when he dies. I hope you guys can hear the sirens outside. This is very nice. But he puts his gun away when he dies now, and that seems to fix the issue. And now he falls back and dies in a nice, clean manner. So, yeah, pretty simple fix, but I figured I would mention it anyways. On to bug fix number 2. Alright, boys, bug fix number 2 here. So this is a pretty important one that people were saying in the comments section, that the Marine was still stuttering and not moving around smoothly like he should be. And that is due to a bug with the network ownership auto being set to true after the Marine throws a grenade. So I have this little billboard GUI showing the status of his network ownership. So right now it is set to false, meaning all the parts belong to the server the way it should be, so his movement will be super smooth. But as soon as we set his walk speed to 16 and we let him throw a grenade, this changes. And it sets this to true, which means players can take ownership of these parts, and then you're going to get a very laggy Marine, and no one's going to be happy, and I'm going to get comments about how my Marine is laggy. But this should no longer be an issue with the new Marine, because I have fixed the grenade throwing by setting the grenade to be owned by the server also before I weld it, so that corrects that issue. Okay, so I believe that is all the bug fixes, so we'll go on to the minor changes now. Okay, so for the first minor change here, all I did basically was clean up all the variables. They were using wait for child on everything, and you don't need that if it's a server-side script, because nothing is going to be loaded in. All the parts load in before the script, so it's never an issue. So I just set it cleanly, you know, script.parent.torso, whatever. And that cleaned that up fairly well. And then continuing on, I added the classic spawner function, which is my replacement for the spawn function, which I used all the time previously, but spawn is garbage, and so is delay. If you don't know, go check out my co-routines video, and I'll explain why. So basically, everywhere I use spawn or delay in the script before, I just use my spawner function now, as you can see here. For the weapon cooldown, after he throws a grenade, I use spawner function in the same fashion you would as spawn, but in this case, it just pushes all this to a coroutine, and that way you don't have that weird latency when you are doing things on different threads. So anyways, that's that. On to the next minor change. Okay, so for the third minor change I made to the Marine here is I've just added the muzzle flash that people have been wanting for a while here. I do agree it looks a lot better than just flashing light randomly like this guy has. It gives a lot more depth to the weapon for sure. And now he can more efficiently, not more efficiently, but I guess in more style, he can now shoot Robin blocks. Robin blocks. He can now shoot album blocks in the face with more style now, I suppose, which is always a good thing. So anyways, on to the next change. Okay, so for minor change number 4 here, I've updated the Marine to detect if the target has moved too far away from the endpoint of the pathfinding path. So we can see how the old Marine here behaves by chasing album blocks. He kind of like walks up the stairs to where he saw album blocks before, which is kind of weird. He doesn't need to go up the stairs and do that. He needs to just go around the stairs and just chase them this way. So let's get the new Marine in here. Okay, so I got the new Marine in. Let's see how he behaves with the situation. So you can see album blocks is running away. He just goes right around the stairs and chases album blocks the way he should. And yeah, that's a small change, but it just makes the AI look a little bit more intelligent, I suppose. So anyways, on to minor change number 5. Okay, so minor change number 5 here. There's a bug with the knife. You can see he's not able to stab larger enemies because the way I have the stabbing is he's only able to stab if it's within, 5 blocks or something of the humanoid root part, but this guy is very tall. So in the newer Marine, I have it so it checks the entire body of whatever the target is, and if any piece of the enemy target is close enough to him, such as the legs, he's able to stab. Whereas this guy only checks for the humanoid root part. This guy can check for the legs, and obviously he's right next to the legs, so he's able to stab the bot and clean up very nicely there. So that's all the minor changes. Let's go ahead and move into the major changes. Very exciting. All right, let's go. All right, everybody. So major change number 1 here. It's nothing too crazy, nothing too exciting. I'll start with the boring stuff first. But I created a settings folder now, so you don't have to actually go into the script to change any of the crucial settings that people often request in the comments section. This is going to be good for people that don't know how to script and just want to rip the model. So the Marine will be much more usable for those kind of people, and they won't have to beg in the comments section for somebody to edit the code for them. They can easily just check a box. So the first one here is attack players. It's a Boolean value. If you set this to true, he will attack players. Right now it's set to false, so he will not attack players. So that's pretty self-explanatory there. The next one is detection range, which is how far away he can see enemies for. Right now, by default, I just have it set to 200, which isn't too excessive, but isn't too short. I found this is a good middle ground for the Marine. The next one is another Boolean value, which is respawn. So if this box is checked, then he will respawn. If it is unchecked, he will not respawn, and the body will just disappear after a certain amount of time. I don't know, so that's that. Respawn delay. It's basically like his respawn countdown, so this is set to 5 right now, so he'll respawn after 5 seconds of waiting. Change that to whatever you want. And then finally, we have the team value in here, which is just whatever you want him to have allies on. We'll go into this in more detail in a second here, and that'll be the next major change. I'll explain how this works. Okay, so the next major change here is how the allies works, essentially. I've added in the settings the team thing, as I was talking about earlier. If this team's value is different than different in the settings for the other guy here, you can see we have one Marine with value of Russia, and this other one has a value of USA. So these guys are on opposing teams, meaning they will attack each other. So let's go ahead and demonstrate this here, I suppose. So yeah, you can see they instantly start killing each other. You can put team You can put team in anything you want. So, okay, someone's getting a car accident outside. So you can put team in anything you want here. So we got Team USA here. We can put it in our graph here and make that Team USA. And now these guys will be best buddies and everybody's happy, right? But the second I delete this value or change it, this Marine is going to go crazy and kill our poor graph that we made in that one video a long time ago. Anyways, that's one way of doing it, but I know it's kind of a pain in the ass to put team into every AI that you want them to be friends with. So inside of the soldier AI, I have left the allies table how it was previously. So if you want it to be allies with another AI with a certain name, such as you got civilians in your game, you want it to be allied with every model that has a name of civilian, then you could just put it in here and this guy will not attack any civilians. So let me put a civilian in here. It doesn't matter. I can actually just name this graph to civilian, I suppose. Let me see if I can spell this right. Civilian. All right, so if we run this now, this guy's named Civilian. Marine doesn't care. They are friendly, so if you have a bunch of graphs that you have in your game, you don't want to put team in there, just add civilian to this guy's table, and they'll all be happy. So anyways, that is major change number 2. Let's go on to major change number 3. Shall we? All right, everybody. So major change number 3 here. I have converted this script to be multi-threaded, I guess. I have a separate while true do looping. Wild true do looping. I have a separate while true do loop for all of the major things that he does. So searching for a target, attacking the target, moving, and aiming all have their own thread now that they run. So you can see all that thing does is just call the loop, and everything is just inside of a while health is greater than 0 do. So, you know, he's going to attack stuff as long as his health above 0. He's going to aim as long as his health is below 0, and he has a target and all that junk, yada yada. So what does this mean? What is it? Why do I want to multi-thread the script here? Why does it matter? So with the multi-thread just means he can do multiple things at once. So you've already seen major change number 4 is just he can move and shoot now, which is the biggest change to him. Oh god, I probably shouldn't have put the wizard in here. He's probably too powerful. But you can see he moves around and stuff, and he's getting destroyed still. but the biggest thing is he doesn't just go up to the target and just stop like the old Marine is the biggest point I was trying to accomplish with that, and I think it worked out a lot better. So let me get another Marine in here, and you guys can see here. So where are we here? All right, so this guy, this boy here. All right, so we got the old Marine in here, and what does the old Marine do? The old Marine, yeah, he throws his grenade. Yeah, really cool. But all he does is he stays in one spot and shoots. It's horrible. It's so boring. But you can see this Marine never stops moving. He is like the Energizer buddy, the Energizer bunny of Marines there. So actually to accomplish this, it was actually it was really easy to do, surprisingly. I thought it was going to be complicated, but I kind of just threw something in the script and it kind of just worked. So let's go to the movement loop here. And you can see if he is close enough, if he is within 30 studs, I believe. If he's within 30 studs but further than 8 studs, if he's in that range of studs, you know, we're going to generate a random number here and just move to the torso's right vector or left vector, essentially. So he's going to strafe, essentially, to the left and to the right. And he does this pretty efficiently, I would say. And then I have body gyro in the torso, updating in the aim when he's engaging the target as well. So that way he faces the correct way as he's doing that. But it was really easy to do it, surprisingly. It made him less accurate, arguably, as he does this. But I think the sacrifice is worth it because I don't need a completely accurate Marine. It's more about having him look alive. And he looks a lot more alive as he's moving and shooting than just staying in one spot and shooting. So I think that got the point across pretty well. So yeah, so that was major change 3 and 4. There you go, double. But anyways, on to major change number 5. Okay, so we're in Blender here, and this is what major change number 5 was. So I converted his old, this is an IOTV, it's like your body armor, so when you get shot, it stops the bullet from going into your body. But I designed this in Blender because before it was like consisted of like 20 parts or something, and it was really laggy because it was so many parts and unions, you know, all welded together, and it was a lot for Roblox. But converting it to a mesh seemed to help with performance, so I designed this and I ported it over, and this is what you got now. I got like a little Lance Corporal rank on his chest, his little pockets that he had before. The other Marine had a backpack. Actually, let me get this guy over here for comparison. So I think it has its pros and cons. I mean, I think the backpack came out pretty good. Better than this. It's less blocky at least, but I think the front looks better on this one because you got the walkie-talkie and everything, but this one is much easier on the performance of your server for sure. You can have a lot more of these guys than this because just look at how many pieces this is, man. And you got little parts in here for the magazines too. I didn't design this IOTV or helmet or, you know, ACH for this guy. I took a model, like a free model, I converted it and just made it my own essentially with the programming. I did all the programming myself, but the base model I just pulled, but there's so many parts and unions. So this I customly designed in Blender for the IOTV, but for the helmet, all I did was I ported this helmet into Blender, and then I fixed the textures on it somewhat, and I fixed the strap around the helmet as well. You can see on this side, the strap comes around the outside. It's kind of like floating there. It looks weird. So I adjusted it in Blender a little bit when I exported it, so it actually sticks to the helmet like it would, like the band here. The elastic actually has some tension on it, and it's like holding onto the helmet. So I think it looks better, and I cleaned it up a little bit too. You got some floating garbage on the old Marine too, but no more on this one. He's still got the this Rhino mount for the ACH as well. It's a little bit less interesting, I suppose. Let's get this guy out of the shade here. There's no neon on the flashlight in this guy, and the cat eyes, these yellow things don't light up either because I just have it added to the texture of the mesh. But overall, I was going for an performance improvement, and I think I accomplished that pretty well because this is significantly smoother than this one is. So anyways, that is major change number 5, I think. I don't even know what we're on. It doesn't matter. But anyways, let's move on to the next major change, whatever that may be. Okay, everybody, so major change number 6. The best for last, maybe, probably not. It's kind of it's a major minor change, I would say. He's got dynamic faces now, as I did with my civilian AI a while ago. You probably saw already. So when he's attacking the enemy, he's got like his teeth out. And then when he's done attacking or whatever, he's got his idle face here. Kind of sad, I suppose. Like, you know, surprised or worried that he's going to get blown up, I guess, because he's a soldier. Got that PTSD, maybe. Anyways, let's put him in here. He's got another face, too, when he's tracking the target as well. Let's put another model in here. Is he going somewhere? Yeah, so you can see now he's got like another face going on where he's hunting for his target. He's not engaged, but he's kind of mad, so he's killing the spider now, doing his strafing thing. So yeah, I don't know where he's going now, but wandering around, I guess. Okay, Marine, can you please cooperate with me for 5 seconds? All right, let's just anchor him. All right, so the next face is his hurt face. So if we hurt his health, he gets like a surprise face as he gets hurt. Yeah, so that's pretty good. And then when he's finally dead, he gets like a dead face too. And then yeah, there you go. Now he's dead. So fairly easy to implement. but it is worth mentioning, so it gives him a little bit more life. But with that, I really don't have anything else with this guy. The link for him will be in the description. Feel free to download him, mess around with him. Let me know if there's any bugs, and I will address them in the next video, in the next iteration of development for this guy. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. I put a lot of time and effort into recording everything as a separate clip, so hopefully it wouldn't be too boring. So, yeah, I will see you guys next time.